we can make it more competitive?
More competitive? I'm pretty sure we could come up with something.
Online leagues are so intense, but is there a way we can make it a little bit more cutthroat?
Oh, so they want the smoke. Oh, they looking for the smoke. Oh, yeah. We can do that.
Now, I've never seen this in college football before, but what if you can't cut it in this league, that you get relegated to another league?
Actually, J. Clay, I really like that. I like that idea. A league where if you don't cut it, you get cut. A league where if you don't play well, you don't play here. It's simple. A league in which you can be relegated to a lower league, and the top dogs in the lower league can be promoted into a Premier League. I think I got the perfect idea. Let's call it Earnit Premier. Welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, everybody in the building. Man, I appreciate each and every one of you who support Earnit Premier. Welcome back to Cover 2, y'all. Shout out to my guy, Caleb the Great, KTG13 TV. We back, baby. Another week, another hot week of Earnit Premier action, man. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you tonight, bro.
Hey, thank you for having me. And I'm going to give you a compliment, man. That video you played before it, I think your acting skills are A1. You look like you could play like a warden or something. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't like to be sitting across that desk.
Hey, that's love, bro. I appreciate you, man. Look, we let's dive right into it. Look, we coming off some big user games. We came out, everybody know about the redraft. We picked new teams here in Earnit Premier. We coming out with some new stuff. Just trying to mix things up, right? A lot of big user games early in the season. We had Miami and Notre Dame this past couple last night. Was it last night? 2 nights ago. We had Miami Notre Dame 2 nights ago. We had Bama Georgia a couple nights ago. Notre Dame Ohio State just a couple nights ago. A lot of big games, man. What you think about some of them games, bro?
Man, they were all very, very good. Most of them were really tight-knit games. Perfect for the fans back at home watching. And I'll tell you what, if you ain't watching Earnit Premier, you're missing out on a lot, because not only are they close, they're hostile. There's some people in these leagues that don't like each other, man. This ain't we are all a family in the Earnit Network and Earnit Premier and all, but that don't mean there ain't no rivalries. It's like, the Big Ten or the SEC with Georgia and Florida. Just because we're in the same community, the same conference, don't mean we like each other. I think like conferences are those cousins you grew up with that you don't really like. You know how it goes sometimes, but yeah, man, there's a good bit of banter back and forth, and we'll get on into yours first, man. You played Chief, Ohio State, Notre Dame, really close game. Talk us through that.
It was a tough night, bro. We had 3 restarts, which made the final game that we played very, very difficult. The first 2, CJ Stroud came out, lighting it up, played good. Chiefs quarterback, I forget his name. I can't remember. Pine? Did he have Pine in there, or did he have Jack Cohn?
I don't remember which one.
I'm not sure which one. Forgive me, I don't scout my team my opponents all that much, but his quarterback was on fire. He was lighting me up. He had some nice long TD passes, and then we had computer issues or internet issues, and we had to restart it. So here we go again, and that third one was a dogfight, complete slugfest. I mean, you play 4 quarters of football and have to restart them, man. It's a lot easier to hone in on what your opponent may want to do, and he did a great job defensively. I think we did a great job defensively, obviously holding him to 10 points, but it was a dogfight, and we've had a lot of games like that over the last, month or two. So shout out to the Chief. I thought he played really, really well. I thought we both did defensively. Offensively, I think our QBs killed us. Neither of them could hit water if they fell off a boat. They struggled at times, but nonetheless, it was a good show for the fans. Shout out to the Lions Den TV and everybody who supported through all of those restarts and who hung with me that night. It was a good night of Earnit action. So shout out to the Chief as well. But let's talk about you. You let's just call it what it is. You off to a rough start, but you had a huge win against Bama. You took a little bit of that rivalry that y'all got back and forth, and you pocketed some of that rivalry. Look, I got a lot of respect for Sid, Coach's Lab. He's had some good accomplishments here in Earnit, but I think you kicked a dog while he was down. Okay, I don't think Sid is playing his best ball. He hasn't played his best ball for quite a while. You took that man out behind the woodshed and tapped his chin a little bit, got the win late. How did that feel to get your first win of the season against him?
Well, I mean, we were both down. I don't think neither one of us are playing our best ball, and we're both at probably two of the top 5 programs in America right now, respectfully, Georgia and Alabama. So both of us to be struggling, we're probably a combined 2-7. That's not good. That's not a good look. I'm 1-4, and I know I get on my stream, I get aggravated, and I tell y'all, oh man, I didn't even want to go to Georgia anyway, which is a lie. Obviously, I wanted to be a dog. That's what I am, and it's been frustrating, man. I care so much now that I'm at UGA, but beating Sid to me is always a good feeling. We've played 3 times. That was the rubber match. I'm now ahead of him 2-1, and just beating Bama in general, man. You know, in real life, Georgia's got that monkey on their back with Alabama. So I didn't want to take that to the virtual world. I mean, you know what happened before the game. We had some words, and I played with emotion, man, and I was pissed off, so I felt like I gave him what he deserved at the end of the day.
For sure. It was a good game to watch. I mean, it was a close game. Obviously, we was hoping that those two teams play a little bit more of a factor, a role in the in the standings of the SEC total. But hey, we know what it is. It's a grind here in Earnit. We had one more big time user game. We had Miami and Michigan, which is very interesting. A very interesting game. Michigan, Zeus Vega Gaming played host to Uncle Sam's Reject, Miami Hurricanes. And who is in the...
Shinobi, get out of here, bro. We're doing the show.
Oh my gosh, Shinobi. Let me boot him. All right, cool. We back. He know the rules. Anyway, shout out to Shinobi. He popped up unceremoniously. Jesus, take the wheel.
Speaking of Shinobi, me and him had a good game for last Friday.
Good segue.
I wouldn't he beat me in the last seconds just like I beat Sid, man.
Yeah,
Oregon, you got them dogs quacking.
Yeah, he do. He got him quacking a little bit, So shout out to Shinobi. We talking about other teams right now. Actually, let's get him on next week. Let's do that. Since he he feel he need to be on TV. We're gonna bring him on cover 2 next week. How about we do that? But yeah, so the game with Miami and Miami and Michigan was a really good one. Uncle Sam made a comment. He said, "Hey, I'm not losing no more user games. I'm gonna tell you right now, Zeus Vega Gaming took that very personal. He said, wait, not with me on your schedule. You're not gonna come in this league talking that yin yang. You know what I'm saying? You the new guy." And Mike, I know he took that personal. So shout out to Zeus Vega Gaming for putting forth his best effort. He won it at the end, with a late drive to seal it. But he was up 14-zip. Uncle Sam said, "Not so fast, my friend." Made a nice comeback. Unc got a nice quarterback. He moving around in that pocket and making some plays with his legs. He's a very, very good player. I think a little bit underrated. We didn't know how good he would be and how competitive he would be when he joined us. We thought, another one of the, guys who play the computer all the time. I think we all thought that. Same thing about Jay Clay. Same thing probably about you, Caleb. So shout out to the way he played. That was a great game. I think it was 2 nights ago.
It was last night.
Was it last night? I be losing track. I got kids, bro.
We're forgetting another one as well. Mr. Albie took down Mr. Horsey.
Let's not forget about it. Yeah, let's put some words to it. Look, Dark Horse. He won. He beat Michigan, and now you can't tell that man nothing. He come in the chats beating on his chest. I'm undefeated. Boy, say hi. Who trained you? Who raised you? Your mama raised you to walk in folk house and not say hi? Say hi, boy. What the hell wrong with you? So shout out to the Dark Horse Gaming. I call him Dark Horse now since he finally got his first user win. But it's like I tell y'all, and our guests know all about this. It's levels to this. You don't just come in here swinging your little shit around like you really like that unless you're going to really do it. So, You look, he got pounded last night. It was close for about a half, and after that, the talent kind of took over. And I ain't talking about the LSU versus Texas talent. I'm talking about the skills, the stick skills, the coaching. There was a difference. It's a level. Al has played at the highest levels here in Earnit. Dark Horse is still just getting his feet wet, in my opinion.
And I'll tell you what, Al. I wish we had a clip of it because Albie may have had the best play that we're going to see this season. That really broke the game open. It was a 10-7 game right before the half, and it kind of looked as if Al was just trying to throw in here and there, just trying to get to the second half, and then boom, he throws a pass and then makes 3 Texas defenders miss onto the end zone. And when I saw that, I was like, it caught me off guard. I wasn't even playing. I was like, ooh. I had to go see Dark Horse's. I had to go see his point of view on it too, because he was like, ooh. But yeah, that might be the play of the year so far. So shout out to my boy Albie, and big win for him and his Tigers.
For sure, that was a good ball game. I enjoyed it, at least that first half. I was streaming at the same time, but I caught some of it. What threw me off is the white uniforms with both teams. So I don't know what the hell going on. Why both teams wearing white uniforms on the same field look goofy out there. But nonetheless, shout out to Albie there. He's putting on quite a show at LSU early, trying to prove a point about, where he should be standing at in a ranking. So shout out to him.
Yeah. I want to bring up something before we move on.
For sure.
We had a lot of Red River Showdown talk, but the game you better be watching for may be Albie and Jay Clay. We may have to have them both on here and let them hash it out a little bit, because that may be the game of the year. It's got a national championship title.
I agree. Let's not look past SEC West is stacked right now. We got a lot of important games coming up. LSU Oklahoma is going to be some drama. Drama for your mama. Both styles are very, very similar. They both like to get out on the edge and get fancy with the stick skills and unconventional play calling. That's going to be a really good matchup. Our guest likes to say styles make matchups. That's a good one. That's not a clash of styles. No, those guys play very, very similar. I'm looking forward to that game. I'm glad that you mentioned that.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I know y'all's game's coming up. You got Mr. Sam coming up. He said he wasn't losing no users. I'm ready to see how those levels are going to stack up, because I don't know if the new boy is going to like it. Be honest.
Look, I don't have to talk trash. My resume speaks for itself. I respect every man that step into that damn den. But you already know when you pull up in this damn den, it's different here. And there's levels to this. So what I plan on doing next week, because we play in the next week, I think it's going to be Friday, I'm going to introduce Uncle Sam to the Lion's Den, and we'll see how well he holds up under that type of pressure. Now, I believe, trust me, he's fully capable. I've been watching the games. He ain't no bum. He ain't just rolling out there barely hitting the butt. He uses a lot of different stick move combinations with the spins and jukes. He like that, offensively. The question is going to be, can he make the adjustments during a game against these users that's going to help him to excel to the top levels? That's the difference in levels. Guys who can adjust, who see the game, who see the field, you know what I'm saying, who can read the defense. What is they doing to me? Is he changing up what he like to do? Is it man? Is it don't? Is it zone? Is he changing safeties? Is he bringing pressure? Is he dropping? So many things going on during the game. The question is, can you adjust? We'll see. It's going to be a great game. I'm looking forward to it. I've been following Sam for a couple years before I even started streaming. So for me, it's kind of a big deal to get out there and play a guy like that who I saw on YouTube literally a couple years ago when I had never streamed or even thought about it. So, I'm not going to say a dream come true because I never knew I was going to be streaming. So it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. But we won't hold y'all up any longer. Let's get our guest in the building. He's here. We didn't market this. We probably should have done a little better job of that. But what we want to do is we want to introduce to y'all our guest tonight, the man himself, the owner, the man who created, the head man in charge of all of Earnit. Shout out to the Mish himself. He's here with us tonight. My brother, Ed Phillip Jackson, aka the Commissioner. Man, how you doing tonight, Ed? Man, we ecstatic to have you, bro. Caleb, I'll let you get started. Well, actually, no, I'll take it over. I remember you said that. Sorry, but glad to have you on the show this week, man. The commissioner of Earnit Maine Dynasty, also the guy who is completely responsible for the mindset and the creation of the Earnit style of gameplay. Ed, real quickly, can you just kind of give us a quick rundown for those who may not know you? Where did Earnit come from?
It's just some little, it was just the idea, man. Everybody came in and they had their own style of how they want to play. A lot of people want to play volleyball. Other people want to just, have some fun. I took it a little more serious. I wanted to have some structure. I wanted to have some rules. I wanted to have some guidelines. I wanted somebody who maybe doesn't know anything about football, video gaming, to tune in, see this game being played, and be like, that kind of looks like it could be like a real game almost. That kind of looks real. That's what I was going for. And so the only way you can do that is by having some structure or some rules. And, not everybody likes rules, but you know what? It does help guide everybody in the same wavelength. You know what I'm saying? And so you got to make sure that you have those if you want to have a game. Otherwise, you have a bunch of people hiking and rolling to the right, stopping, chucking across the field, and it'll look more like a video game. Well, if you want to play a video game, go play Pac-Man. You want to watch some football and earn it, this is the place for you. So that's where it born. And then it morphed, man. It took a long time to get here. It took about 5.5, almost 6 years to get to this point now, to where we have all these leagues and everybody being able to watch and identify with the name. But we here.
For sure. And I think that a lot of us, can y'all close the door, please? My bad, my kids. I think a lot of us guys who have joined Earnit over the years, man. Okay, give me just 1 minute. Daddy, get it for you. Thank you.
Man, come on, let him get in there, man. Yeah. Come on, Daddy, so damn. Let Daddy so damn mean.
You might as well.
Daddy so damn mean, man.
Let's chill. You know what I'm saying? This is my son, y'all. This is Donald. I'm on daddy duty, so he wanted to come and get a part of the interview with Ed. This is the commish. Say hi, Mish.
We met. He probably don't remember, but we met.
Y'all did meet, so you
right.
Remember Mr. Mish? That's Mr. Jackson.
Yeah, remember we had that bad Mexican food. Remember, it wasn't very good.
Hey, that's funny, man. So yeah, man, we appreciate you and what you've done here just to build this whole community, bro. Once again, the commissioner of Earnit Maine Dynasty. Real quick, Ed, tell us how your season is going in Maine. Tell us the vibe in Maine right now, bro.
Yeah, I knew you was gonna go get around. It don't matter. It's good. That's all it is.
No specific questions. I just said how your season going. You ain't got to talk about the situation.
Listen, I listen. When it comes to these users, I'm okay. When it comes to that computer, it's a different story. So we just gotta make sure we come to play every week. But there's a lot of great competition, as it is in all these dynasties. There's a lot of great competition, especially in Maine. With these guys, they like to chirp, and they know that when they come to the boardroom, a lot of eyes gonna be on there. They know I'm gonna talk my stuff, and so one way to get me to shut up is to win the game, and that's happened a little bit too frequently the last 2 or 3 games, but we'll get it back on track.
Got you. Super dope, man. So let's look. You mentioned one word, competition. And what that leads us to is the next Earnit tournament. I believe it's going to be ET6. Earnit Tournament 6 is what we're on now. ET6, yeah. Man. Give us a rundown, man. How many people so far do we have signed up for Earnit Tournament 6?
We got 46 in right now. I'm in the process of setting up all of the sheets that all the commissioners go through to vet and to rank everybody. Just so everybody knows, the commissioners, there'll probably be a group of about between 5 and 7 commissioners that are going to rank everybody through 1 through 5. Everybody who ranks the lowest will have the first pick. Whoever ranks the highest, the best, will pick one of the last 4 spots. I think this year, Jeff's not in here anymore, but he may come back and play. We may get him an exemption to get back in here and play. So that last spot's going to default to Tim and have him pick last. I think you made it. Did you make it to the Final Four, Wade? I can't remember if you
I
did or
did not
not.
make the Final Four. No, like the
Dirty
week before
Bear,
the Elite Eight, I made that one.
Dirty Bear, Will Ferrell, Tim, and Jeff were the Final Four. So those three will pick last
Gotcha.
in that order on how they finished, and then everybody else is going to pick according to the seating. So it's been this way for about ever since we started it, and it gives the people who are perceived to be lower ranked users and users that are not as good, it gives them a slight advantage because they'll have the better team.
Right.
And the people who are perceived to be better, they probably have a little bit more of a uphill battle because they have to take the lesser ranked teams. But a lot of these times, man, the things kind of shake out the way they're supposed to, and the teams, the players that are good, they end up rising to the top regardless of what team they have. And so It all depends on how hot you get.
Question: do you have any maybe new ideas or anything differently that you may want to do with ET6 that you haven't done maybe in previous tournaments?
I think we kind of just want to build on what we did the last tournament. Shout out to Jay Clay, man. I think he really helped bring a lot of exposure to it.
Agreed.
And so I think what we want to do is we want to kind of build on that. We staggered and planned a lot of the games as they happened. And so it had a real NCAA March Madness feel to it.
It did.
With the way the teams were actually coming in and out and who was playing and who we interviewed. It provided a lot of great content, man, and it brought a lot of people together to watch and see, like, what the hell's going on here? Earnit. And that helped to get the name out there as well. So I think we kind of want to build more on that structure, make sure everybody understands that, hey, set your games up and play your games. And that's the other thing I want to mention real quick is that we had 62 people that played in the last tournament. We only have 47 right now. Of that 62, that's like 30-something games in that first week. 2 games only suffered. I mean, we had 2 games that for whatever reason didn't get played because people either bowed out before the tournament started. So that's, you're talking about 96, 97% clip success rate when it comes to having these games played. That's phenomenal because it's hard to have everybody get on the same page, get scheduled, and take the time to play in this tournament. So shout out to all the players
For sure.
Who did that. And then the second thing is we actually have people who came together prior to the last tournament, man, and put some money in a pot.
For sure.
And so we gave out over $400 in prizes for the last tournament as well. So that was really dope to have people come together as a tournament. And some guys who know damn well they wasn't gonna win no part of that money. Pitched into the pot and helped make it a real success, man. So shout out to the people, the coaches who really made it go.
Yeah, the last tournament definitely, though. I can concur with that statement that Jay Clay definitely helped give that March Madness vibe. Maybe because the tournament was happening like shortly thereafter March Madness too, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And it definitely had that feel to it. There was feel like it was games going on all the time. We had a bunch of people jumping in and helping. I think Sid jumped in and helped with some of the commentary and added his expertise on, coaching and whatnot. It was a good time, man. I really, really hope we can get him back in the loop.
And there were good games too, Wade. I mean, we had Jay Clay had a good game where it came down to the wire.
Yep.
I think it was Dalton Mickelson had one where he lost on the last play of the game.
Yep.
Like, these games had you on the edge of your seat trying to figure out who was going to win. So not only was, the presentation awesome, but there was some actually kick-ass gameplay that was going on during the tournament as well.
There were, I recall, a handful of, oh my God, did that just happen games. I think it was like a Nebraska-Kansas State game or something like that. Was touchdown literally with like 2 seconds left to win it, like a 50-yard. Not even a close, like a long one. Like, did this just happen? I recall, what's his name? Chief had a big one against, I think, Devon Hale, if I'm not mistaken, in the first round. I think it was like Coastal versus Iowa State. And Crunk, Jay Clay game was amazing. There was just a lot of really good games in the tournament.
Yeah, Vex was down by 38 points at halftime and came back and lost by 3 or something like that.
Was it to Tim, I believe it was?
Yeah. So Vex had a really good comeback. I mean, there were just games all over the place. We're going to see if we can get old KTG in there, man. I don't know.
What did you say?
We're going to see if we can't get you in there. You heard what I said. We're going to see if we can't get you in there, man.
Come on, I'll be there.
Caleb, are you signed up for the tournament yet?
I was, and then I was talking. I talked to you about some things.
Got you.
And I backed out, but I still may play, man.
Okay.
I'll get with Ed on the side. We'll talk
I
about it.
encourage you, man. I mean, it's spaced out and it provides some really good, some really good content for your viewers to follow. And
For sure.
if you got a few minutes, man, I would love to see. I wish we could get everybody in there. I know there's a few people decide not to play this year, which is cool. But there'll be another one coming up here probably around March or April, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, man, we definitely appreciate having you on the show with us tonight, man. It's been fun as always. Appreciate you, man. Always showing support in my stream, and to obviously the Earnit Premier as a whole, man. As you know, can be rocking underneath the Earnit umbrella. Every single time we hit the stream, we working towards building up this whole entire thing, man. So shout out to you. Let us know any way we can continue to help support you, help support Maine and all the other leagues across the community, bro.
No, I love everything that everybody's doing. We talk a lot of back and forth. Everybody knows that, but at the end of the day, there's not very many dynasties doing what we're doing all together. I encourage, brothers fight. There's some infighting every now and then. We go back and forth, but I can talk about my mama. You can't. So if anybody else want to step up and try to challenge Earnit, good luck. We here for a while, man. When you think of college football, I want you guys to think of Earnit, whether it's Premier, whether it's Maine, whether it's prime time, whether it's playmakers. Think of us.
Agreed. Yeah, when they talk about the most competitive community, it's Earnit, and then it's everybody else. They look up to us. I'm talking about all the other leagues out there that, there's other good leagues out there. Trust me, it is. We agree.
Right.
But when it comes to the hardest hitting guys, they right here in Earnit. Man, shout out to you. We appreciate you being here. We'll see you down the line, man. Hopefully the tournament is brackets is up soon, and we'll get that thing popping.
We'll get on there, man. Appreciate y'all for having me on.
For sure.
Right. Appreciate you.
Caleb, man.
Yeah, I think.
The Mish.
Yeah, man. It's nice to talk to him. I don't get to talk to him much as I would like to. I think he's a good dude. I honestly love his stream. And it was good to have him on, man. And I'm going to have to talk to the crew, man. I'm going to have to talk to the crew, but because I really think they'd love to see KTG in the tournament. And at the time I backed out, I was having some mental stuff going on, but we good now. And
it's all good. Yeah,
we'll see what the crew says, man, because as you know, you were the one that brought me into Earnit. You and Jay Clay approached me, and I'm in here for the competition, baby. I want to play, so I might have to step in. We'll see how it goes, man.
If you're looking for competition, that tournament is going to be the highest level of competition, period. I mean, everybody is in it. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, all of our top players across the community are going to probably likely join and lock arms and go at it. And that's where you get a chance to see who the best of the best is. It's going to be a fun event. I'm looking forward to it. Also looking forward to the next couple weeks here in Earnit Premier, man. It's been a fun season so far, roller coaster. Next week we'll have a more clear update on the point standings for you guys. Sorry we didn't have that up for y'all tonight, but we'll have it up for y'all next week. But the relegation period is getting hot. All these user games is getting hot. We got some pretty good games coming up. Ohio State, Miami. I think that's going to probably be Friday evening, most likely, before we advance one more time before the week is up. So it's going to be hot, man. How are you feeling about them dogs, man? How y'all going to finish up, man? Because it's tough right now. We know it.
We're going 8-4, man. 8-4. I'm 1-4. We're going 8-4.
Hey.
I just gotta get my swagger back, man. I felt like the second half of the Shinobi game and then the full Sid game, I found something in my offense that I really like. And then for some reason, I just did not play well against South Carolina. Obviously, I don't have any user games left, so I need to win out. Need to make get that kind of rolling into next year. And got some big recruits on the board, so I gotta get my recruits in, make some adjustments. And this year's a wash. I lost my chance at the division already. Right now we're just fighting for pride, man, and just to get into next year, man, with some momentum. What about yourself?
It's 1 week at a time, man. That's the way you take, you got to look at it 1 week at a time. It's a grind. If you start looking too far ahead down the line, that's when you slip up against some team you definitely shouldn't be losing to. So for me, I'm taking this thing 1 week at a time, trying to get my team better. I'd like to start to get more players involved, different running backs involved, get a couple more receivers involved. So, it's just going to take time. It's not perfect. Get my quarterback a little more. He's been a little shaky last 2 weeks. So, but we grinding, man. Trying to put together a recruiting class. We feel decent about it. I got a lot of supporters who ready to jump on the team next year. So really, I feel like I'm playing for them. You know what I'm saying? When you got the supporters and guys who follow you, they in the streams week in and week out. You playing for them. You want to see them hit the field. They're the ones who help to support the content. Both financially and with all of the likes, the shares, the follows, man. So you definitely want to make sure that you're doing it for them and giving them good content, which is our goal. Every time we hit the stream anyway. So, hey man, it's been a good time. I know you got another engagement. I gotta get these kids. My son here asking me for milk. So man, I appreciate you, bro, for taking time out on this Wednesday. As always, you're doing an amazing job covering this show. Shout out to the whole Earnit community, to the Earnit Cover 2 fans, the Earnit Premier fans, the Mish for bringing the heat tonight. We'll be back here, next week, y'all, Wednesday night.
Hold on. Before you go, hold on. Because remember, it's Thanksgiving next week. We got to let them know that Premier's going to stop next Tuesday until the.
That's a
there will not be.
You mentioned that because I had started to forget.
Yeah.
Thank you for reminding me that. Yes, next Tuesday is going to be our last advance. Will we do a Cover 2 show on Wednesday? That's the night before Thanksgiving. I don't know.
I'll be gone.
You'll be gone. That's the biggest drinking night, ain't the biggest drinking night, whatever, something like that of the year, or something like that.
Well, I won't be drinking. I'll be with my grand folks and my dad's family. So
it's gonna be a lot of that. A lot of people gonna be with family for sure. I think Albie there mentioned that he may want to jump in a Cover 2, so he may join next week if we decide to do it. But either way, we'll give you guys an update. So we appreciate y'all's support of the whole entire Earnit community, Earnit Premier. We signing off. Y'all have a good night. We'll holler at y'all next week. Peace.
See y'all.